Hi, my name is Brian Baldwin, and this is the Mercy College external evaluation presentation for the MEIRPro project for project year 3, April 2019 to March 31st, 2020. General overview first. One of the pervasive issues this year, as well as all the other years, but this year in particular, has been the recruitment issues. Next, we're going to talk about some programmatic modifications, coursework and experiences that the teacher candidates have, and a recap of candidates from cohort 1 and cohort 2 in terms of their responses to different survey instruments such as the MTEBI, the ATMI, the Troops to Teacher survey, uh, how they have transitioned to teaching and their first or second year of teaching in their careers, and finally some themes that came out from semi-structured interviews and a focus group with the candidates, and at the end some recommendations for continuation. So recruitment has been an enormous challenge from the beginning. It has not been surprising that that has been an issue. However, this year it really came to a head. Two candidates were recruited for the third cohort, which was supposed to begin during summer 2019. The new plan right now is for cohort 3 to begin in summer 2021, allowing lots of time for recruitment. In fact, there are 2 or 3 candidates who would have started this summer that are willing to wait until summer 2021 to start the program. Recruitment efforts have been the same, and I think have been very substantial. Job fairs, veterans fairs, networking with different veterans organizations, social media broadcasting, interviews in local newspapers, press releases, etc. Uh, this is a challenge to find retired military personnel with a strong background in mathematics that live in and around the greater New York City area that have 15 months or so that they can forego employment and be a full-time student in this program. So that has been a challenge, and it certainly was this past year. The internship experience and the coursework experience have been top-notch. During the first year in the summer, the students take introductory coursework. Prior to their professional internship, they take courses such as Foundations of Education, Math Teaching Methods, Special Education. During the academic year, they continue on with more traditional coursework, assessment, curriculum, etc., while they do a year-long internship student teaching in most of the candidates do it in the Yonkers Public Schools. During the second year, after the full year internship, during the second summer, candidates take a number of additional courses, ed psych, problem solving, reading, writing, and the content areas to really round themselves out as a young professional. So candidates from cohort 1 and 2 electronically submitted some responses to the survey instruments, the ATMI, the Attitude Towards Math instrument, the Math Teaching Efficacy and Beliefs instrument, the Troops to Teachers survey, as well as some semi-structured focus groups and interviews with the candidates. We chose candidates from cohorts 1 and 2 because there has not been a cohort 3 yet. Again, as I just said, that is going to start in the summer of 2021. So the ATMI instrument, what we see from the 3 different points in time when the data was collected from the candidates is that during year 1, the candidates scored very high on their confidence levels in terms of their wisdom, in terms of how prepared they felt they were professionally. And in year 2, notice a very marked decline in these scores. And then in year 3, they're gradually upticking again. We're really seeing the classic Dunning-Kruger effect in which students start, or teacher candidates start the program with very high levels of confidence, but very low amount of experience. And then with wisdom and experience, they realize that they don't really know as much as they believe that they did. Their confidence levels drop. And then with experience and wisdom, they start to gradually tick up again, which we're seeing here in year 3. The MTEBI measures something very similar, which is self-efficacy, and the 2 subscales here, the personal math teaching efficacy and the math teaching outcome expectancy, follow the same trend. High figures at the beginning, year 2, when candidates realize that there is a heck of a lot to learn about being a successful math teacher. We see these numbers really tail off, and then in year 3, with some wisdom, with some experience, with some more confidence building, we see the numbers start to tick back up again. The Troops to Teachers survey. This has been an instrument that has been around for a long time that really measures exactly what the MEIRPro program is doing, which is taking veterans that have left the military and training them to become certified teachers, and having them sort of shift careers midlife and become a K-12 teacher. So 57% of the candidates state that their number one reason for going into teaching was that they value teaching and its significance in society. All of the candidates stated that they were satisfied with their relationship with other teachers. 71% state they favor higher standards and more rigorous standards for high school graduation. Almost all of the candidates state that they would favor reducing class size. And again, these are all candidates that are in greater New York City, and in fact, in New York City public schools, where class sizes are typically quite large and rooms are typically small. All of the candidates state that they favor more integration of technology into teaching and learning, and 71% state that they will remain teachers in 5 years. A number of focus groups and interviews were conducted spring of 2020 with these candidates, and 2 major themes developed from these interviews. The first theme is that experiences in the program and their internship really prepared them for teaching math in their own classroom. Remember, spring 2020 is and was the semester of starting off in classrooms and then overnight transitioning to remote teaching and learning. And a lot of the candidates told me in interviews and in focus groups that they really relied on the information that they learned in the formal coursework that they had at Mercy College about assessment, about teaching and learning, that they really drawed upon with their teaching in a remote environment. And secondly, and maybe most importantly and most specifically to these particular candidates, is that many of the candidates expressed to me their belief that their experiences from the military prepared them for the chaos involved in transitioning overnight from being an in-classroom teacher to a remote learning, remote teaching teacher for the students. In other words, grace under pressure that they learned in the military and in the military environment really prepared them for the chaotic nature of what has happened this semester. So quick overview and quick analysis here. Cohort 3 is delayed until summer 2021. Recruitment still was ongoing for that, of course. The coursework that the candidates take and the internship that they undertake in the public schools in and around Yonkers, very strong, very effective, very appropriate. The ATMI and the MTEBI data, this was sort of expected. The classic Dunning-Kruger effect with high levels artificially of confidence at the beginning, and steep drops uh, during the second year and gradual uptick with more experience. The troops to teachers data, the internship experiences uh, felt that the candidates really felt that those experiences uh, helped them understand their views and their philosophies about teaching and the school machine. They favor high standards, they favor more technology, and they envision themselves as long-term teachers. The interviews, again, the internships really formed who the teachers are as professionals. The military background helped them prepare for the chaos overnight, and the educational theories from the coursework at Mercy College really helped them with teaching and assessment strategies. So that is my overview for year 3 of the Mercy College MEIRPro project.